Morning guys, and I am back to do my NFL Week 1 picks. I know that I started this last year and I really enjoyed doing it. Coming in before the week started, and just getting these picks in, giving you my picks for the weekend and what's going to happen in week for the upcoming NFL weekend. We're starting as the season starts tonight. We're starting with the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs at Arrowhead. They're going against my Detroit Lions tonight on prime time. The favorites are the Chiefs here, but I look at this game particularly. Again, people saying, "Oh yeah, whatever." The Lions are gonna again. If we can actually, again, I don't mind us if we lose in defeat, but we gotta look good in defeat. Like if we're just there and we're just letting it fucking Mahomes and everybody else run wild, then again, what the fuck are we doing? I want to see the Lions. I want to see the Lions of late last year, where late last season, we were putting our shit together. We started 1-6. I want us to actually have, put it. We was putting some teams. We will take some teams by surprise last year. We didn't make it to the playoffs because of, other games what happened. But again, if we can get to a good start, I'm not saying win the game, but a good start in this game, take it to the Chiefs. Well, yeah, we may end up in defeat, but at least if we can actually are going head to head with the Chiefs, and we can actually maybe try to get something out of the Chiefs. Ultimately, that'd be good. But ultimately, the season for us is just get to the playoffs. We need to be a playoff team. We need to get in there. Experience as a roster. Dan Campbell gets to his first playoff. Get to a playoff as the head coach. This roster has never been to a playoff apart from Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff has been the only guy that has been to a Jared Goff has been the only guy in our roster that's been to a playoff game. The other guys haven't been. So again, it's a learning curve for them, for us as a team, and we should be winning the NFC North. But anyway, on to tonight's game. I'm going to say that I'm picking the Chiefs for the win. The Chiefs are favourites by 4.5. I'm going to pick them for the win. Again, I talked about that in my Chiefs video, so I'm not going to go in depth about that, but they've done some good things. And again, I said this a couple of days ago in the Chiefs video. The team that everybody should be aspired to be is the Chiefs. They are the new dynasty. Mahomes has 2 Super Bowl rings now. They are the team to beat. You have to aspire to be them and challenge those guys. So I'm going to say the Chiefs. Chiefs are winning. I'm picking the Chiefs minus 4.5. Let's go to the early Sunday games. We have the Panthers. The Panthers under Frank Reich, and we have Frank Reich, and again the Panthers have had invested pretty well. They've invested well in the draft and free agency. They're on the road to the Falcons. It's a NFC. It's a division game, NFC South division game against the Falcons. Who again, you look at the Falcons. They have a very underwhelming season in my opinion. Arthur Smith, I saw this a couple of days ago. Arthur Smith's job this season is on the line, and I just see. I'm gonna say the Panthers get the win. I'm gonna say plus 3.5 for the Panthers. The Panthers. Got the Panthers winning plus 3.5 for the early Sunday games. The other early Sunday game is the Cardinals versus the Commanders. I know that they have a new ownership now. Daniel Snyder has gone. He has been fired. Not Daniel Snyder has been fired. He's sold the Commanders to the Harris Group. Not the Harris Group, the Sydney Group, and the ownership. So let's see how that happens. But they still have Ron Rivera as their head coach. So good luck with that. 61-year-old Ron Rivera. And Sam Howell for the rest of the year. Again, I understand Sam Howell. If he was going to be really the guy, you should have started him last year. Again, had him play all year, but you went in for Carson Wentz. And yeah, that was a good experiment, wasn't it? Carson Wentz. But Cardinals, I'm going to say the Cardinals win, plus the 7. And get the win. They've invested heavily in their offseason this year. I could see Clay Toon getting a run-in tomorrow, on Sunday, because Kyle Murray's still injured. Clay Toon, this is the perfect time to bring him in and get him into the fold. And then you have the Bengals again. Bengals last year, they had a really slow start last year, a bit of Super Bowl hangover last season. This year during a division game against the Browns. Again, this time though that the Browns have Deshaun Watson for a full season now. Again, last year he missed 14 games because of the allegations and stuff. So again, they have him starting the first game of the season. Let's see. Again, you went all in for Deshaun Watson. Last year you've got to see what you got to stick with it. You got to see. Go for Deshaun Watson. If it doesn't work out, you have Darius Thompson. Darius Thompson. He could be a good. Again, if it doesn't work out, Darius Thompson could be the starter. If it doesn't work out for Deshaun Watson, cut your losses and go for Darius Thompson. He's the future guy at the quarterback position. So I'm gonna go for the Bengals here. Minus the 2.5. I'm gonna have the Bengals go over minus 2.5. Then we have the Texans, who again under D'Amico Ryan, first time head coach D'Amico Ryan, against the Ravens. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the Texans. I'm gonna give them a win. I'm gonna say them, but I'm gonna have the Ravens cover the spread. So I'm going for the Texans, but I want the Ravens to cover the spread. Then we have the Jags versus the Colts. The Colts got Will Levis. I don't know if he's gonna start or not. Not Will Levis. Anthony Richardson. I'm excited to see him. Play in the NFL. Hope he starts. He has to start game 1. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson has to start game 1 on Sunday. So I'm gonna go for the Jags minus the 5. I think that again they've had some good additions in the draft and in the free agency. But Doug Pearson's do some second year of Doug Pearson in Jacksonville. I'm gonna give it to Doug Pearson minus 5.5 to the Jags. Then we have the Buccaneers versus the Vikings. Again, without Tom Brady this year. No Tom Brady. Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles again. He could be a head coach under pressure this year in the NFC South, but he's against Kevin O'Connell in his second year. They had Kirk Cousins at quarterback. You should have got yourself a quarterback in this draft. You should have got maybe like a Trey Lance or somebody like that from free agency. Like Trey Lance was available, you should have got him. Because Kirk Cousins is in his mid-30s now. He, again, is a starter at NFL level, but he's not the guy that can put you where the Chiefs are and where the Eagles have been and the Bengals have been recently. So yeah, I'm gonna say for this game, the Vikings win minus the 6. I'm gonna have the Titans. Will Levis. I hope that he gets some game time on Sunday. The Titans versus the Saints. Again, I look at the New Orleans Saints. I talked about it a couple of days ago. You had Derek Carr as your starting quarterback. It's not really optimistic, not really exciting. Dennis Allen's under a lot of pressure. I think he could be one of the first head coaches to go. Him, Arthur Smith. There's a lot of guys that are under pressure a lot this year. But I'm going to have the Titans get the win plus the 3. And then we have the 49ers versus the Steelers. Mike Tomlin versus Cal Shanahan. Again, Trey Lance went to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago. Again, I like the weapons that you got for Kenny Pickett this year. Joey Porter Jr. is good at cornerback. Obviously, his dad played for the Steelers a number of years ago. So I'm excited to see what he does on Sunday. But I'm going to go here for the 49ers, minus 2.5. Again, I look at the the 49ers minus 2.5. I look at them and I'm like, you've got Brock Purdy. You have Brock Purdy for a year. Again, good luck with having Brock Purdy for a year. But for this game, I'm going to have the 49ers win minus the 2.5. Then the late afternoon games, the late Sunday games, we have Green Bay versus the Bears in Soldier Field. This is the first Bears and Packers game since Bears and Packers game without Rodgers in 15-16 years. The last time the Bears defeated the Packers was back in 2018, 5 years ago in that 2018 season. Week 15, they beat him. Matt Nagy has got a win over the Green Bay Packers. And but this time it's going to be Justin Fields versus Jordan Love. Jordan Love, I know that he's been in the league 4 years, but I'm hoping that he can finally progress and see what he's all about. I don't like that they haven't given him enough weapons and people to work with, but I'm just hoping that he can succeed in the NFL. And then we have Justin Fields, a big season for Justin Fields this year. He has to deliver. It's his 3rd year. Brian Poles, I know all these Bears fans, Bears football, oh, it's back again. But he's got to deliver. Brian Poles. He's invested heavily. He had the 1st round pick of this draft. He went back to trade at 9 to get Darnell Wright. He's got somebody in the trenches on the offensive line to help Justin Fields and to protect Justin Fields. He's got DJ Moore so that Justin Fields has somebody to throw to as well. So again, he's invested heavily in the free agency and in the draft. It's put up pressure up now for Justin Fields. You have to deliver. If you're not going to be the guy 2024, find somebody else at quarterback position. But for this game, I'm going for the Bears minus the 1. Yes, I'm going to give the Bears the win. Then we have the Eagles versus the Patriots. A stat that I saw a couple days ago that Bill Belichick is 19 wins away to becoming winning the most games of any NFL head coach. He only has to win 19 more games to win the all-time record of the most NFL wins as a head coach. But for this game, the Patriots had a bad draft and a bad free agency. Jacoby Myers was let go. I know he's still Stevenson, but I'm going for the Eagles minus the 4. The Rams versus the Seahawks. The Rams had an underwhelming draft. Stephen Bennett may get some game time this year, but it was a really underwhelming draft. I'm going to say the Rams plus the 5. Then the primetime game Sunday night, we have the Cowboys, we have the Cowboys and the Giants. So we have Brian Daboll versus Trey Lance and Mike McCarthy and Tony Pollard and Dak Prescott. I'm gonna go here for the Cowboys. Again, I like Brian Daboll as a head coach. I'm a fan of him, of his leadership and how he can construct his team, even though that this team is fucking the worst. They need a quarterback. Danny Dimes is not the guy. But for this game, I'm going to give it to Dallas minus 3.5. And then the Monday night game. For the Monday night game, we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Giants. The Jets' new quarterback. It's going to be in New York, New Jersey, against Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen versus Rodgers on primetime Monday night. Can Aaron Rodgers take the Jets back to a playoff position, which they haven't been to for 13 years? Can Rodgers finally end their playoff drought and finally take them to a playoff contender this year? We'll have to see. If it's Aaron Rodgers a couple years ago, maybe, but this is a declining quarterback. This is a guy that's the end of his career. This is a guy that the last couple years in Green Bay he really showed. And again, you can see, and I agree, last year and the year before, he had the weapons around him were trash. But again, let's see what happens in New York, New Jersey. I'm going to go for this one. I've got the Bills going at 2.5 for the win. Leave me your picks in the comments. I will have my picks in the description box like I did last year. Peace.